Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I have been here, but welcome once again to those who are new and to also those who are returning. So on today's video, I'm going to take you through a tutorial on how you're going to do daisy flower granny squares. So this is how they actually look like. How beautiful are they? I had already made several of them. So what you're going to need is a pair of scissors. You're going to need a hook. In this case, I used 3mm hook because I'm going to use double strands of this yarn. So we also have the black yarn and the white yarn. This is lightweight. It is robin. Okay, so in order to do a double strand, just pull the yarn from the center and also from the outermost part, and that way you're going to get the double strands. So we will begin by making a slip knot. You can always refer back to my previous videos. I have demonstrated how it can be easily done. Okay, so that is how I make my slip knot, and I have chosen to start with white at the center, and like my previous squares, daisy flower granny squares or daisy flower squares, because it is easier to demonstrate with white from the beginning compared to starting with black color for visibility purposes. So we have our slip stitch. You're going to chain 4, so that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is what we have, a chain of 4. And the next thing, we're going to make a slip knot in the first chain that we have. So for chain number 1, take your crochet hook in and pull up yarn and pull it through that last loop. Okay, so we have a circular like thing. Okay, and it has a hole at the center, this large hole. So the next step is to make a chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. So we have chained 3, and after chaining 3, we're going to make 11 double crochets into this hole, this large hole, the centermost hole. So this first chain, okay, this first chain of 3 is going to count as the first double crochet. So we're just going to add 11 more so that we have 12 double crochets. So you'll yarn over, go into that hole at the center and yarn over again. So you have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through the first 2 and pull through the next 2. I hope that's visible enough. So you already have 2 double crochets. So the next thing, you're going to chain 1. So make another double crochet, yarn over once, go through the hole, yarn over, go through the hole and pull a loop. You have 3 loops on the stitch, on the crochet hook, pull through 2 and pull through the last 2. So this is what we're going to do until we get to the 12th double crochet. So keep it locked here. In the meantime, guys, keep subscribing, like, share and comment in this video. Ask any questions and turn on your post notification bell so that you will not miss on any video whenever I upload. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, So let's do the last one. Okay, so to join this last double crochet to the first chain that is also counting as a double crochet, you'll just slip stitch. So go to the uppermost part, or sometimes you can use this space. Okay, go into that space and make a slip stitch. So that's what we have. And after that, chain one. So this is how it looks. How beautiful. So this is how it looks. After that, you're going to take your pair of scissors and cut the yarn. You can always put these hanging yarns, let me call them that way. You can always make sure that you put these pieces of yarn that are hanging out using a darning needle. It's just that I have misplaced mine, otherwise I would have demonstrated how you do that. Okay, you can always do that at the end or as you continue. I'll choose to do mine later. So since we have the white yarn, you're going to take your black or another color of yarn that you have. So for the black piece of yarn, you're also going to make a slip stitch like so. Pick up your hook, make sure it's not too tight, and we're going to crochet into these spaces that is above these chains. So for the double chains, okay, these double chains, these two, okay, just below these two. So this is how you're going to do it. Just take your hook below the two, sorry. So take your hook below the two, pick your differently colored yarn. That way, just make sure you fasten from the back side. So make a chain of 3, 2 and 3. So that's what we have. I mean, make a chain of 4, sorry. So we have a chain of 4. We're chaining 4 because we're going to make treble crochets into this same loop. Okay, so this first chain of 4 is going to count as our first treble crochet. So for the next treble crochets, we're not going to make them completely. So let me demonstrate. Yarn over twice, go into that space, the same loop where we've made the chain into. Pull up the yarn, pull through the first 2, pull through the next 2 so that you have 2. Okay, so you have 2 loops on your hook. Make another double crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice like so, go back into that same loop, yarn over and pull, yarn over. So you pull through the first 2, you're remaining with 4 loops on the hook. Pull through the next 2 to remain with 3 loops on the hook, and pull through all the 3. So this is what we have. I hope it's visible, guys. Let me see if my camera will do me justice. So this is one, this is the second one, this is the third one. Okay, then you chain 1. Okay, so on to the next one. Yarn over twice, go into the next loop. Remember we said this, okay, this loop, this double loop here. Okay, so we have yarned over twice, go into the double loop and pull up the yarn. So you have a total of 4 on your hook. Pull through the first 2, pull through the next 2. Okay, so that's what you have. You don't pull through completely. Okay, pull or yarn over twice again, go into the same loop, pull through two, pull through the next two, so that you have a total of 3 loops on your hook. And now on to the third one, yarn over twice, okay, pull up the yarn, so you have a total of 1 2 3 4 and 5 on your crochet hook. Pull through the first two, pull through the next two, you have a total of 1 2 3 and 4 on your hook. Pull through all the 4, okay. So this is how it is. Then you chain 1. So we're going to continue this way until we have 12, okay, 12 of them. So just keep it locked here. Continue subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking, and turning on your post notification bell. Guys, always make sure your stitch is not too tight, because you might end up having something that looks like a ball or a cup. So don't make it too tight. Try to use the same tension as much as possible. If you cannot be able to do so, there are always tension markers that you can always get. If you're not careful with the tension, it might actually start folding in. So this is the third treble crochet. Chain 1. Please be careful with the tension. So let's make a slip stitch to join these two ends. I don't like. So this is how it looks. Please be careful with the tension, otherwise you will get a ball. Mine was just about to do that thing. So chain 1, and cut off the yarn. This is what we have. So we're going to the last row, okay. So you'll pick the white yarn or the alternative color that you're using, but always remember you don't have to use alternating colors. This was just a choice. So make your slip stitch like so, and we're going to now attach in the middle of these 12 treble crochets, okay. So go into one of the spaces with your hook and pull up that white yarn through the slip stitch that you've made. Just fasten it to make sure that it doesn't get off. So you're going to chain 2, you're going to chain 3. We're going to be making 3 double crochets in each of the spaces. Remember, the first chain of 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. So that's the second one. Make another double crochet into the same space, okay. So this is what we have. Chain 1, and go into the next space. So make 3 other double crochets. So we're going to make a set of 3 double crochets. So that's what we have. Okay, so chain 1, and this time we're going to make a set of 3 treble crochets into the next space. So yarn over twice, go into that space, yarn over twice, go into the next space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through the last 2. So we're going to make complete treble crochets. Another treble crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 3, the last 2. You can always slow down the speed of the video just in case you need to refer back. Okay, so that's what we have, 3 treble crochets in one space. So the next thing, you're going to chain 3 and make another set of treble crochets in the same space here. So this will enable you to make a corner. So this corner is what we are targeting. This corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. So it should be square-like. So the next thing, make a treble crochet. That's the first one, or rather the first of the second set. So yarn over twice, yarn over twice, pull through the first 2, pull through the next 2, and pull through the last 2. Yarn over twice again into that same space, pull through the first 2, pull through the next 2, and pull through the last 2. So you can see we have something like a corner that's coming up. So chain 1, and the next space we're going to do 2 sets of double crochets, 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So these are 2 sets of 3 double crochets. That's what we're going to do in the next space. So yarn over once, pull through the first one, pull through the next 2, yarn over again, do the same hole, pull through the first 2, pull through the last 2, yarn over once, the same hole, pull through the first 2, pull through the last 2. Okay, chain 1. So make a double crochet in the next loop, the next space. So you're going to make 3 double crochets. I hope that is very clear. So that's what we have. So it's going to be a pattern of 2 sets of 3 double crochets, and then you create that corner with the 2 sets of treble crochets, 2 sets of 3 treble crochets in the same space. So you're going to have double crochets 2 sets in different spaces, treble crochets 2 sets in in the same space, then again double crochets, and now we're going to trebles, the trebles. So it's just a pattern, doubles, trebles, doubles, another treble. Just remember that the trebles must be in one space to make a corner. So chain 1, yarn over twice into the next space, pull through 2 loops, pull through the next 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. What's not happening? Double crochet, yarn over twice, pull through the first 2, next 2, last 2. So it's going to be a repetitive pattern. Chain thrice, so make a chain of 3, make another set of 3 double crochets in the same loop, the same space. Okay, So yarn over twice, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the next 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. And into our last one, yarn over twice, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the next 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. Chain 1. So we have a second corner, guys. So we're going to do a double and a double, 3 sets, 3 of them. So that's what you have, okay? And we have already chained 1. So we're going on to our third corner. We're going to have 2 sets of treble crochets in the same space. Remember, you chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Treble crochet in the next space, in the same space. So that's what we have after the 2 sets of 3 treble crochets, and we have chained 1. So we're going to the double crochets in 2 different spaces. Let's meet, guys, when we are at the end. By the way, just to note, I'm using acrylic yarn, but you can use any yarn of your choice. And a tip, as a beginner, if you are a beginner, try to use yarn that is light in color. It will be very easy for you to visualize the stitches, and that is why I decided to begin with white, because it's easier to see what you're doing than beginning with a dark color. That's a tip. Around the last corner, so you're going to yarn over twice into the remaining space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through the last 2. So you're going to make 2 sets of 3 treble crochets that are separated by a chain of 3, just as we've been doing. I'm just repeating to make sure that you understand what I'm trying to say. So that is a chain of 3. To our last set of treble crochets. Guys, in case there's anything else that you want to learn from me, you can comment down below so that I can make a video for you to watch and learn. Let's learn together. Follow me on my pages on Instagram and Facebook as Yarn O'Clock by Sitati, and TikTok as well, Yarn O'Clock by Sitati and Joy Sitati 1. So after we're done with the last treble crochet, you'll chain 1, and we're going to slip stitch with this last space into this last space of the first set of double crochets that we did. So just slip stitch, chain 1, fasten, and cut off your yarn. How beautiful is that? It looks like a daisy flower. So for this yarn, since I don't really have a darning needle, you will just use a darning needle if you have one, or a normal needle, to make sure they're just inside these spaces. I'm sure that in the next videos that I'm going to demonstrate how to make different patterns or items, you just be able to see how you will hide these pieces of yarn to make it more elegant. So guys, Those are our granny squares. Let me know how the session has been, how the tutorial has been, and keep it locked here. I love you guys. Yana o'clock by 6:30. Adios.